That's right, officially locked into the Infamous Hour. Each and every Friday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. The Imphamus Amadeuez. I am live at Genesis Radio with re-airs coming very soon on the iHeartRadio mobile application. For those who have been under a rock or maybe living on a different planet for the last 15 years, but iHeartRadio is one of the major platforms. And one of the things that iHeartRadio has mastered is synchronized broadcasting, which synchronized broadcasting means that you are broadcasting in one city, but you are in a bunch of cities. Thus, we have, oh, we got to work on this thing here. Wow, this is great. Shout out to the guy who bought me this. This thing is falling apart. Yeah, so you're broadcasting in different cities. Thus, the #2 show in the country, The Breakfast Club, which would be followed by the #1 show in the country, which we would assume is Sway in the Morning. All right, Imphamus Amadeuez. Shout out to Michael Blackson. He actually pulled up to the show today. He has the absolutely dirtiest feet I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Okay, if you go to my Instagram right now, if you go to my Insta Snap right now, okay, you can see Michael Blackson's feet. Okay, and it's not pleasant for someone who has. Rel, how many followers does Michael Blackson have? Do we know, like, how many?
I don't know. I think he got close to 1 million.
I think he probably has like over 1 million, right? So he has a few million followers, but he does not have $1 million feet. The feet is not working. Okay. Shout out to the unsung artist that actually came up for the cipher today. It went down. I actually have one of them coming. Liravelli actually tore it down. And speaking of big time radio waves, I got my guy on the left. When I first saw his name, it was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, Chuck E. Cheese. And then when he explained it to me, he's like, Chuck, get the cheese. I'm like, you slick, okay? Shout out my guy, Chuck E. Cheese. He's on the check-in right now. What's up?
What's up, man? Appreciate you.
Shout out my guy, Chuck E. Cheese. He actually came from Delaware. We were talking about, we have bears here in Pennsylvania. What kind of wildlife is going on in Delaware?
It's pretty chill, man. We don't have no bears. There's no poisonous snakes, no alligators. It's no earthquakes, no tornadoes. We're in the safe zone. Okay, yeah, the safe zone. Listen, if you want to call in right now, the Infamous Hour, we are fully live. It's 1-888-304-4401. You can call in right now. Genesis Radio website, you can listen live. All right, Chuck E. Cheese is here. And to the left of Chuck E. Cheese is the lovely lady with multiple tattoos. How many tattoos do you have?
Honestly, I stopped counting at 54.
Talking to the mic, baby.
I stopped counting at 54.
Cause you hear acting shy, but I follow the Instagram. Okay, the Instagram is entertaining. If you like to look at pretty females and stuff, and you have a record which is called Fuckboy Whore. Excuse my language. Lady Fly's in the building. Let's give it up for Lady Fly.
How we doing?
So, the very first question I have to ask you is, what kind of song title is that? Like, where does that come from?
It's
like
one that catches your attention.
Like, what is it though? Like, what makes you say, you know, what is? Because we can't really curse here on the platform, but like, what categorizes a guy as the name of the record?
It's a heartbreaker. Like, it's a true heartbreaker. Got no morals, no cares. Like, it's just a fuckboy whore. Like, that's it.
I saw the video. So I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a girl in the bed at first. I got Chuck E. Cheese. He didn't see the video.
Nah.
I saw the video and I assumed that it was a female. Like, I don't know. I was like, all right, it's that type of party. It's lit. I mean, it's 2019. Everything is a go. Everything's a go. Right, sir? Everything's a go. It's weird.
Absolutely.
Okay? You know, not to go too much over the topic, why everything's a go. So, we had the cast of Orange is the New Black today. And my daughter informed me that one of them is a full transgender.
That's new to me.
She got the joint cut off, and you know, like, the surgery is brutal. Like, they cut it off and they stuff it in and they create a vagina out of your Johnson. It's
Yeah, right? Do that again.
It's a weird process. It's a weird process.
God bless him.
So before we're gonna bounce back and forth and we're gonna catapult back. You put a lot of content out,
Right.
which is important. And female, I see you have a child, right? How do you balance motherhood, job, and trying to be a female musician in this climate?
There's just no balance. That's it. It's just mayhem every day. putting in 110. That's it.
Every day, just
Every day.
just going in.
Wake up and do the shit.
The climate, as I was saying briefly, is different for women now. There are probably more female artists that are popping right now than I think I can remember at any time. Right now,
Right.
hip hop urban artists, but the message that's being portrayed is a very sexual one, which is, you know, there's obviously nothing wrong with that.
You know what I like about her? My bad to cut you off. That she's not rapping about all of this fake trap stuff like a lot of these
Yes.
females do, like all these guns and
Yes.
stuff. Like they acting like they more gangster than us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I respect that.
She has more like an R&B sound.
Right.
How do you not put yourself in a box with what they're expecting from the females?
I just check myself and I keep it real. I don't respect others that rap about something they know nothing about, so I don't want to do that.
All right. That's a fair answer. Shout out to all the females who are acting raunchy. I appreciate it as well. Okay. Go live on your Instagrams. Both of y'all live on your Instagrams. Genesis Radio is the website. Chuck Get the Cheese in the building. You just recently got your record in rotation on Sirius XM. I mean, that's a big step for an unsigned artist.
Major.
You've been getting played before, and you have a pretty nice catalog. You got records with Scott Storch. We were talking about doing some things with Be Real.
Yep.
And one of the dope things that you have, your live performance, you come with a band.
Definitely.
How did that come about, and incorporating that into your live performance scheme?
Well, fortunate for me, my buddy, my friend Sean is a drummer, been in the music for basically his whole life. So it just made sense when I started to do this. You know, we incorporated that, and we always like to, you know, when we go somewhere, I always thought it was a difference, like when you go see a show and you got the whole element of a band. It's just like a real show, not the, you know, downplay any rappers that are just coming through the speaker, but it's definitely just a different vibe when you get the live instruments and everybody's just getting down with that. It's just, to me, it's like more authentic and it's different. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something different, so just to be kind of in the own lane of that. But yeah, man, we're moving forward. I mean,
You know, one of the dope experiences that I had with your band was me DJing and them playing the instrumentation of whatever song I was DJing, like live, like on the fly.
right.
Like I'm spinning a Wu-Tang record and they doing the cream beat in the background. Then like I switch it to something else and they was keeping up. Is that something that you guys practice?
Not really, man. These guys, another thing that's super dope about these guys, they got a hip-hop background. So that's all the difference. So when they're playing these records that they know, they don't even have to think, how's that going? They just know it. Like the two songs that we've been performing lately, both of them were produced, the beats were made by a cat named Lazy D from London. He did all the live instruments, and then when we sat down, we started making these songs. It took maybe 20 minutes, and they had every note written out, figured out. I played it for them. They sat down. That's the difference, you know. I'm lucky. These guys just can write music, the notes, all that shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's you add up all these elements, and I think that's why we're just trying to set the bar real high. You know, super talented musicians. I like to consider myself nasty with the bars, and together, it's something, man. I think we're gonna do big things.
No, absolutely. You got some dope records. So you know your sound is boom bap. I mean, it's not trap.
Definitely.
It's not auto tune.
Nope.
How do you stay? How can I say, like, you know, like how do you stay out of creating the new type of sound and staying in your lane especially when there's so much pressure? There is a lot of pressure on unsigned artists.
Definitely.
To sound maybe something they don't want to sound like.
Right. To be honest, probably I'm not so much influenced. I don't listen to that much of it. So I think that's actually an advantage to me. Don't get me wrong. I dabble in some of the new stuff, but I still like my old catalog. There's a lot of good music from that era, 90s, 2000s, and all. That's just the cloth that I'm cut from. That's the shit that I appreciate, the time period, all the things, trials, tribulations. It's real shit they're talking about. The club hits are all cool, and, you know, you get lit and jump around, and I definitely respect everybody making the music. And if you can make music and make people move, I don't care what type, what you're saying, whatever. It's energy. It's all great. It's all good vibes. But my particular craft is the root of the shit, the real bars, the 808, the boom bap rap, like real rap.
Absolutely. And you've had a record life. I mean, it's been on for a while now.
Yep.
I think it's been on since what, like March?
I think March we started pushing it. I think it's on maybe 20 or so playlists right now on Spotify. In that short period of time, I think it's close to 100. I think it's like 85,000 streams, something like that. But the big thing is, like you said, getting it on the Shady 45. Now I think it's really going to turn up. People are going to really see what's going on.
Absolutely. So speaking of Lady Fly, Spotify playlisting, R&B's a little different than hip hop.
Right.
A lot of the playlists are catered to urban. So what are some of the things that you do to make sure that you keep your promotion going and social media presence? And
Honestly, I'm just winging it. I'm really fresh in the game, and I'm really just learning as I go. So I'd be a liar if I tell you I had a method to my madness, because I really just don't.
When someone picks up a Lady Fly record,
Right.
they download it on iTunes, or maybe they get a CD from you, what kind of music are we expecting to sound? Could you have like a gothic look to you? So
I get
she
that
came to my house. I had a barbecue with a publicist, Tayante, then they brought her, and she came in, and I'm like, they want to see you on my Instagram. She's over there. Okay, she's over there. So, let's go this way. So they can see you because they want to see the lovely lady. I don't blame them. Okay, so she came to my house, and immediately I thought rock.
Right.
I thought rock and roll,
Right.
but then I got like, aggressive R&B, Country Johnson off.
It's a surprise. I mean,
Feed it to the turtles outside.
you have to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So as far as the music, would you categorize yourself as a full R&B artist, or do you think you're kind of like in the middle somewhere?
So I would categorize myself as multi-genre. I really honestly couldn't pinpoint it, and I sat for hours thinking about this, and I can't really narrow it down to one. But definitely soulful, definitely a little R&B, hip hop. It's a little mix.
Like a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And there's not really a lot of R&B artists
Right.
at this time. I mean, Rel, how many female R&B artists can we name off the top of our head now? I mean, it's not really that many.
I don't know.
Elia May.
What's the girl from London that sound American?
Yeah, that's Elia May.
Oh, it is?
Elia May. That's it. I mean, there's just really nothing. So it's kind of like an open wave now. Now, when you go into these showcases, I see you performing everywhere. I mean, you're
Right,
bouncing
right.
around. You're in urban showcases.
Right, right.
Do you think that you have a disadvantage coming as an R&B artist?
Nah, I just feel like I have to trailblaze a little bit, because I'm kind of usually either the only female, up there. So I'm up against all dudes, which is kind of interesting. But I don't feel it. I feel alright about it. It's alright.
Feel alright about it?
Fine, yeah. I just
Now-
bring the vibe.
Now, my guy Chuck E. Cheese here, he came, I think he had a green mink on or something, like, the first time he came. Like, it was like a mink. Where's your guy at? What did he have on? He had like a green
I was
mink.
dripping.
He was dripping.
Yeah.
He was dripping. Is the drip a part of the persona of Chuck E. Cheese? Because, I mean, you must get off the rip before knowing you. When I see the name, I think it's corny.
Right.
This is without knowing you. This is just
I feel
DJ, it's Chuck E. Cheese. What is this? I emailed Terry, is who I got. What is this? Like,
Right.
is this a joke? But you actually got good music and it's bars. Was the Chuck E. Cheese persona like a way to get people interested, or?
So, I try to be as authentic as possible, and it's kind of funny to go around promote yourself when you're not, super braggadocious. I'm a cool dude. I'm laid back, but at the same time, like, my shit's authentic. I started my own businesses super young. Been an entrepreneur. I own a lot of real estate, couple different businesses. So people know me as that, didn't finish school, but still came out in my town on top.
Right.
So when they heard that, the nickname kind of applies, it's kind of real life, but I don't know, man. It's like I'm just trying to be as authentic as possible, make the old school 808 boom bap rap people appreciate, get back into the bars. Seems like it's what people are craving, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to take it back to the real shit where it's super intelligent comes into play, and you know, it's not just easy to rip one out. It's I like to make shit that people think about, and during this time, I think it's needed for the younger generation. The thing that makes me excited is seeing like some younger kids that are into that era and spitting bars. Like that's what's needed.
There's actually a bunch of them. I was at Hartford, Connecticut last Sunday, and I went to Hartford, Connecticut to basically find a rapper to enter the cipher that I do every Friday at 2 o'clock, and there was a bunch of kids, but there was this one kid. He must have came with like 40 people, like, and he was doing like these trap records, and it was dope. But I put him on the spot. I said, you know, this is cool, but this is not what you're here for. And I just had the DJ put the beat on, and he killed it.
Oh, good.
He killed it. Say, Quiet Storm came on. He killed it, and I ended up bringing 3 of them up, you know, to the thing because, you know, it was, I felt like it was a good gesture. Now, Lady Fly, you know, speaking of like the boom bap stuff, R&B's not the same.
Right.
So, are you more catered towards the classic R&B, or is it like the new? Cause you're kind of like in the middle a little bit.
I just honestly, I have no method. It's all just whatever comes to me. Like I just feel it from the music that I happen to listen to. A lot of like Motown and jazz. I really don't like words much because I don't want to sound influenced by anybody in particular. So I just try to keep it relevant. So I try to mix like old school vibes with the new school flow and just try to make it my own. You know what I mean?
What is the music scene going on like in your town right now in Pennsylvania?
It's actually rising, I'd say.
Is it?
We have Music Fest, coming up next month.
Where y'all from? Y'all didn't say where y'all was from.
Oh, Lady Fly, I'm from Bethlehem, PA. So, yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese. I'm originally from Jersey, South Jersey, Millville. I live in Delaware now.
Instagrams too.
Yep, mine's Chuck E. Cheese official.
Mine's Lady motherfucking Fly. I'm sorry, I'm cursing, but it's kind of hard not to.
It's okay. It's a part of the persona. You get a free pass here on the Infamous Hour.
That.
Now Delaware, I don't think any rappers ever came out of Delaware. I mean, is there any rap scene down there?
I know a couple cats. I know a producer. It's kind of funny, man. All the way from Delaware. The Post Malone song. Trying to think which one it is. Too Young, it's called.
Okay.
I think my man produced that. He's like 5 minutes down the road from me in Lincoln. I come back from California, he hits me up, he's like, you're doing music? It was just a funny thing, like 5 minutes down the road, that major hit come out of, didn't know no scene. It's not really a big hip-hop scene down there. Couple dudes I know rap, couple producers, but it's not like there's, you know, showcases or places you can go and perform and all, so.
Okay. So you talking about you went to California, you was working with Scott Storch. I mean, that's a big
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's a blessing. We got a big project coming out. I got 4 tracks with him, 100% complete right now. I got a super crazy one featuring Burner. Shout out to Burner, shout out to Cookies. Got one in the works coming up. Hopefully next round, going to get up with Be Real, knock that out. Got a lot of things in the works, man. Just did another record for Bizarre's new album. Shout out to Bizarre, D12, Eminem. He's got a new record coming out real soon. It's called Rufus, and I'm on a track on that one with Hobson. It's really
Hobson is dope. I didn't realize that Hobson could actually rap the way that he can.
You bugging.
He's bugged out. I mean, yes. Listen,
you never heard the Illmind of Hobson?
I've never heard no Hobson record until he walked into the room.
You bugging.
And he was bugging. He had the eyes all bugged out with the contacts. And again, it's judgmental. It's like, all right, you look weird. I'm not going to play it. Period.
He's
like,
a troll, but he can rap his ass off.
No, but he's dumb nice.
Yeah,
I didn't know. And he's intelligent. He owns multiple businesses. Like, I was shocked.
It's cool. That's like exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you know, to me, Hobson, of course, is like the next generation, younger cats coming up. But to see his pen game, that's nasty.
He makes his own beats too.
Right.
Yeah, he's super talented.
He records himself, all that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I got the call for that when they were like, you know, we got this crazy record in mind, and it's like a crazy horror movie theme, and it's different. You know, it's the first time I ever wrote something like that with that in mind. But we all just killed that shit, man. Wait till you guys hear this shit. It's bonkers. I shot to New York the next day, went to Quad Studios, the infamous Quad Studios. Shout out to Ross and everybody over there. They put me in, told them what I had going on. Like, I don't know, 2 hours later we left there and had it. And I'm excited for this one. This should be coming out soon. I think he's dropping his album just like a month. He's also, one of the reasons they put a delay on his album dropping, he's actually doing a full documentary of his life, like how he met Em, went on tour, the whole 9 yards leading up to this Rufus. So that's going to be a good look for Bizarre. It's a full album and a documentary together.
I got something to say to you too that I want you to express to the people. Explaining them how much you've been investing in yourself to get to this point.
Oh, definitely, man. The whole key, like I said earlier, I own a couple businesses, and before I didn't buy a house for years. It's like anything in the business, if I made $1 and I put it right back into it. Made $1, put it back into it. It takes years and years just to get the profit rolling and all, but I'm in the same position now. I'm investing in myself. I'm so close. I'm right at the edge of going, you know, full clip bananas on them, like 100%. This is going to be my energy, and my plan is 2020, the big push. The album will be done. Got a couple other projects going on, but yeah.
Do you think the promotion on albums have changed, Lady Fly? It's not the same anymore. It was kind of like 16-song albums. Now it's 8 albums. Do you think that's hurt music in general, as far as like the length of the albums?
I think people have a really short attention span nowadays. So if you put that many songs, I bet you the last couple are just not gonna get listened to as much. Mm-hmm. And it's sad because artists take so much time to invest in what they do, and it just doesn't get appreciated. So my opinion is keep it short and sweet because people don't have the attention span for it.
Absolutely. I think Terry could, and come in here. I think he could probably chime in. Before, I mean, they changed the way they clock Billboard, but when you bought an album, you got a sale for every song, correct? So essentially, this is why 50 Cent would go and put 23 records on an album, because when you bought one album, you would get 23 sales, and essentially you're not going. I don't think people understood that when they said someone going platinum on an album, you didn't sell 1 million albums, you sold 1 million songs, correct?
Absolutely.
You sold 1 million songs. So the reality is you only had to sell like 100,000 albums, physical copies, to get platinum status. When someone's going diamond, like Biggie or Michael. Especially like someone like Michael going diamond, I think he had like 9 songs in the album.
That's like now you get 1,500 streams, and that's like an album sale now or something.
Yep, that's the numbers. That's crazy.
And that's nothing.
Yeah, you can take
that. Like 1,500 streams is nothing. That's why people going platinum records. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I don't think the whole thing's the same. Like just the, you know, when you used to go get the album, you break it out, you look at the pictures, you could read the lyrics with the artist. It kind of like gave you the full story of the album. Like it was a whole artist, you know, it was real art. It was a whole package.
Yeah. Well, a lot of artists don't really understand how music streams go. I mean, in general, like you basically need 1,500 streams to get one song sale. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the money conversion is not the same. Excuse me. You need 150 streams to get one song sale, 1,500 for one album sale. So this is the reason why someone like DJ Khaled debuts #2, and this guy Odd Future debuts at #1. But he had to do less. He had to do less to work with less the investment. Envy just walked in. She's here. She went to the Huddle House.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
How was it? I mean, it's not. We're getting your mic ready here. It's not New York.
No, it's not.
It's like and I gotta get him on because I've been waiting for him to come too, because I like to bring when they come off a radio fresh for the first time, we gotta talk about it. It's an exciting experience.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta pass this guy the mic right here.
I don't know what the hell happened here.
You gotta be. It's a work in progress. Okay, you locked into the Infamous Hour right now. Okay, listen. We're live right now, Genesis Radio. If you want to call in, it's 1-888-304-4401. Envy just walked in straight from the Huddle House. My man Chuck get the cheese, and Lady Fly is here. We don't have a number of tattoos. I would say 20.
Just talk sideways.
24
No,
more.
it's over 54.
54.
Yeah, over 54.
Now let me. Did the thing in your eye hurt? You gotta turn the mic up, you turn to the mic up. Did this thing right here hurt?
No, my bridge piercing. No.
It looked like it hurt.
No, I chickened out for years.
It looked like it hurt.
It didn't even hurt at all.
It didn't. So Envy just walked in. R&B wave. How you feeling? You feeling great?
Yeah, I was
Talking to the mic. Don't be shy.
Am I like? I don't hear
No, he's talking to the mic. I need. We gotta put this mic up here.
Turn the mic on, Terrell.
Ralph. Mic over here. Put it up a little bit. All right, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. There we go. The drive. How was it?
Pretty crazy. There's a lot of traffic today.
Well,
in the
it's
city of-
it's Friday.
Freaking
It's
out.
Friday, and you know it is the Poconos, and everyone who can't get anywhere they come here
Yeah.
from New York, right? So we met at my showcase.
Yeah, definitely.
You came, you killed it.
Thank you.
The sound isn't really what other people are doing at the show.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself in the pocket, like going into those type of situations? Because it must feel like a disadvantage almost. Like I'm
Yeah.
going into an urban environment,
Definitely.
and
It
like
was
I'm a straight R&B artist.
Yeah, it was intimidating at first, but
Hey,
then
talk to the mic. Talk to the mic.
I felt like it was gonna be like intimidating because I was like, damn, I'm like not a rapper. But I feel like everyone was vibing, so like once you start, it's just like,
Well, one thing you have is a support system.
yeah, definitely.
So people come out for you. So that obviously helps because
Yeah.
you know if you got people in the crowd vibing to your music,
Then
it
it's
automatically
like, yeah.
makes it like if I go down and I see 10 guys with a red cup, what's that? I want in on the red cup. It's the same concept.
yeah, the
It's the same
energy
concept.
rubs off.
Now
Definitely.
you sing.
Yeah.
So it's not like people sing, but you sing.
Yeah.
You think auto tune has kind of hurt the R&B genre?
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. But I do like it. Like sometimes, like Chris Brown does it, and it like annoys me because he doesn't need it. So I wish he would like stop using it.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I like autotune sometimes, but not all the time.
The first time I heard auto tune when I was a kid was Cher. I don't remember the name of the song.
Oh shit.
This is my hip hop encyclopedia over here, Terry. You know the Cher song? I don't know the Cher song, but that's the first time I heard it. And then Roger Troutman, he had the talk box. Which I don't know if you know what a talk box is.
No.
It's like it's an actual box that connects to a keyboard,
Yeah.
and you basically put a tube in your mouth. No, you put a tube in your mouth.
What?
This is what auto tune essentially is supposed to emulate. At least a T-Pain sound. Auto tune is a auto pitch correction program. So
Yeah.
the studio engineer over here would know, the resident studio engineer.
So they have to
So-
play the vibe, though. It's no like instrument back
Yeah,
in the
but
day.
auto tune in general is supposed to be if you're trying to sing in a C key and you're in D, they bring you back up.
Yeah.
The talk box is a box, and you can't say the words. You gotta move your mouth with the words and play an instrument. So if you ever heard like California Love, like that's a talk box. It's kind of dope.
You had to actually
That's
play out the correction.
Yes, you
Wow.
actually.
Then they came out with the Digitech voice box.
Which was the original auto tune, and now they got like weird auto tune. I seen a kid with a portable auto tune. It was called a voice
What?
processor. He came to the showcase. He plugged it into the mic thing, and he was performing live
With it?
with the auto tune. I thought it was kind of dope. I thought
That
it was
is dope,
dope
though.
that he
That
went
is
and invested in his career like that, right?
He get an A
You
for
make
effort.
me wanna get
that is
one.
dope, though.
Nah,
That's
he
crazy.
not
But it's
finishing
trash.
nowhere in the top 5.
Nah.
Never.
A for effort, though.
Hey.
As soon as they start trapping, bro, I walk out the room.
As soon as I hit auto tunes,
As soon as I hear
Stop.
it, I walk out the room because you got to know what you're coming for. I'm here to see bars. If you got the person that's going to put you on, you got to give him what he wants,
You
right?
can have trap music with bars too. There's
Right.
trap music with bars.
Yeah,
You
there
can, but the problem is that if you come and you're rapping on like, let's say like one of the baby beats, right? So like his tempo is like 70, 73, and you come in the studio and we busting Quiet Storm, that's at 98. Are you gonna be able to keep up with the cadence? The
course,
cadence
of
is
course.
different.
Yo,
I think it's weird.
I told you, when I get back on my rap stuff, I'm gonna do this for you. You gonna hear it.
I need some bars. All right, I gotta get Lil Belly over here. Can we pass the mic there real quick? He's acting like he don't want to go on, but you gotta come on. Come here, brother. Oh, you give him that mic over
That
there.
one's better because we're gonna
All
see
right.
you on here.
Yeah. Let's talk to this guy right here.
Get on the
So
other side of him.
so I met Envy, and I mentioned to Envy that I have a cipher that I do on Sirius XM Shade 45 on Fridays, and she mentioned this guy. Lil Belly, and it just so happens that he has a record with Mano called "Could Be My Son." He's actually on a lot of Mano's records. I didn't even know he engineers the session. I just found all this out. I didn't know, right? So he has a record. Mano has a record called "Could Be My Son." It's basically about the junior, the guy that got killed in the Bronx, the little short kid, he got killed in the Bronx, whatever. And I felt that record, and I liked the record, and I played the record. I played it for like 8 months straight. Go to my SoundCloud right now, at Imphamus Amadeuez. I got the record on there, and this is the guy on the hook. He's on the hook. So she tells me he can rap. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Shade 45 on Friday. Wait, it's your first time on the radio. Come on, talk about it real quick.
Yeah, what it do, we live. Y'all already know.
Talk about, I like the, one of the things I like to do here on the Imphamus Hour, like I was telling everybody before they came in the room, this is my time to interact with the artists. You saw me there, I'm big bossy, I'm like, serious, but I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy, like, your first time on the radio. Like, this is big. Like, what was the experience like? Talk about it.
I gotta say y'all Instagrams, too. We want the people to follow y'all, man. Y'all forgetting. Y'all just saying y'all names, you know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, her Instagram is NVMusic, NVI Music. Mine is Lyrivelli, LYRIVELLI. The radio was really dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Having you me come up there, it was a real good experience. I was just trying to be all the way prepared, so I didn't come up there, and slack and fuck shit up. So I just wanted to be prepared. That's what I was thinking about in my mind. Like.
So what's the mind state? What's the mind state like? Just quickly, like entering that type of arena, because it's like you're with 3 other MCs. And obviously it's juggernaut. It's like war. Like you gotta go crazy. The mind state is obviously different from recording a song,
Definitely.
as opposed to getting in the cipher. And is there pressure knowing like you're on radio? Like is the pressure like? What do you think about that?
More the pressure comes just like I said, me knowing what I'm about to go up there and do. You know what I'm saying? I think I just put more pressure on myself to just want to come up there and execute correctly, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to come up there and you know what I'm saying, we compete, and it's almost like playing a basketball game, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm on the court with these different niggas, I'm trying to fuck niggas shit up, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm coming up there, it's super competitive, and it's just like, I want to be on top of my shit.
Absolutely. You did a great job today. This guy killed it. Let's get the bomb for the guy right here. My laptop shut off. Let's get the bomb. I don't have the hand claps. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. This guy right here. So quickly, before we get back to the full interview, because I'm going to keep you around. Projects, what do you have coming out? You got a lot of stuff going on. You own a studio. You work in a studio in Midtown. Talk about it.
Yep, I got a studio on 38th and 8th in the music building. It's called Integrate Studios. Me and my man Don. I just dropped a project called As a Man, and I'm about to drop another project in like another month or 2. So I'm just, I'm ready to bomb. Like I got a lot of content, so we here, man. Let's get it.
All right, and the cologne is rather potent. It's definitely in the room. Give it a one time for Lil Brother. He pulled up today on that Shade 45. All right, so Envy. So music wise, I like the Feli's outfit as well. It's retro.
Yeah.
Does the Feli outfit kind of like go with the music? Retro R&B.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Retro outfits.
Yeah, but like I change it up all the time, so I'm like I just change up my style. I'm not stuck to anything.
retro is in.
Yeah, no, I love retro.
I took my daughter to the mall. She wanted Reebok pumps instead of Jordans. I was like, pumps? She's like, yeah, she wanted the pumps. I didn't even know they had them in the store. And then my nephew, he wanted the Grand Hills, the old school Feli joints that got the stripe coming through. Okay, copy. So we got somebody else in the building. Grab the mic. Talk to the mic. What's your name? Where you from? Shout it out. We're doing it on the fly. It's the Imphamus Hour.
What's up? I go by Flo. I'm from the Bronx, but I live out here. It's funny because I just dropped the album like a month ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called I'm Here to Stay. It's 15 tracks, and just like, sorry, I forgot your name. Envy, yeah, just like Envy said, it's kind of like different. It's different styles. So like you'll hear it. Like I got some reggae joints in there. I got a pop joint in there. Got some trap stuff. I got hip hop stuff. But yeah, it's all different things. So whatever catches your vibe, that's whatever. You know what I mean? I just like tapping into different things. But yeah.
What decides what mood are you in? Like, is it the type of pussy you get today? Is it like what liquor? What is it that decides it? Like,
honestly, it's like what I feel, or like something, like I'll see something or I'll catch a, like sometimes it's that too, but like but like yeah, but sometimes it's a little deeper. Like I really love music, so like I'll hear a song and I'll be like, I'll just place like something, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a sample in my head, and then like I'll just reverse it or slow it down or speed it up, and then I put how I would do something. You know what I mean? Like how I would put, like, cause like I could rap, but like I like melodic stuff too. I like things people could relate to. Like I'll keep it 100 with you. Like I watch battle rap, I do all of that. Like I keep it hip hop, but like I feel like as far as nowadays, you gotta cater to like the crowd.
Absolutely.
But you still gotta remain you. You feel me?
Yeah.
You can't just do what they want. You also gotta do what you want. You know what I mean? So I feel like I try to have stories and talk to the.
Explain to him how you can still rap though, because for some reason he thinks if we make trap music and all that we still can't rap, when we can out rap these boom bap rappers.
Yo, honestly, like look. All right, as far as boom bap rappers, like it depends. Some of them kept up with the times. It's all about keeping up with the times. Like you can have the sickest bars, but if you don't say it right, it's not gonna hit as hard.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be a dope bar, but it's not gonna hit as hard.
See,
you know what I mean?
See, Rail got it confused. I'm not saying that trap rappers can't actually rap. I'm saying, why are you trapping when you ain't making no money off of it? Why are you making music for an audience that don't buy music? That's what I'm saying.
Some of us is really trapping.
And that's great, but that's great. But when you get in front of me,
That is true.
see, that's all great. And this is about being an artist. It's great when you with your homies, when you on the block, when you at the showcase, it's all good.
But you gotta.
But when you have, none of these platforms are really doing anything for these kids. Right? I mean, they're not. What are they doing for the kids? So when you have someone that's actually doing it and you know what he wants, you gotta fucking do it. Right or wrong. I mean, if you're not doing it, I mean, that's just not smart business. You don't think, bro? I mean.
Yeah, of course, but if I'm not mistaken, you said he came on and was freestyling, right? Was it him?
No, it was another kid.
Well, the other kid you was talking about,
Yeah.
he did his thing.
But he's one in a million.
Nah, it's
He's
dudes out there like that.
one in a million. He's one in a million because I put many kids on the spot before.
You put the wrong ones on the spot.
I put them on the spot based on the energy if I feel it's worth putting them on the spot.
I like that.
I
really like that. I really
gotta feel like it's worth
Some
being on
people
the
can have
spot.
the right energy but not have the talent though. They could just not have it in them. Some people, you know what I mean?
That's true, but when opportunity knocks, you gotta be ready to go. And you can't call yourself a rapper if you cannot rap.
Right.
That's what I've heard.
How can you be a rapper if you cannot rap?
Remember we was talking about that last show.
But
Some
what
people
the
were just artists or something.
What defines rap though? To you, cause different. There's rap differently. I could just
Okay.
rhyme a word like cat in the hat, that'd be a rap. But I could have bars, or I could have, like wordplay.
I
Different
mean,
things.
rap-
It's different
rap-
things, or
rap-
like something that you could feel.
No matter how it goes down, rap is the same. You gotta be able to rap. Period. You gotta be able to sound good on a record. And I'm not talking about masking your talent behind 808s and auto tunes and bouncing around and dumbing your intelligence down as a human being. As a human being, dumbing your intelligence down because you think that's what's okay. You know what I mean? And I'm also not saying that Griselda Records, Jadakiss, D-Block, violent rap is also the way. I like Logic. I like Nipsey Hussle. I like Tech Nine. I like different types of rap. I used to like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah,
The original rap.
But all right. So as far as what you said about like Jadakiss and all of them, those are very like rare. Those are people who stood in the game, who kept up with their time, even though they still like rap what they rap. But those are fan favorites. Like those are hood legends that no matter what, you know what I mean? They're hip hop. So, but there's very few. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't see you don't see DMX still rapping, and he was.
DMX is actually getting $51,000 a show right now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
He gets more than Kiss. Kiss gets 4,000. Listen, Kiss has never been on Billboard ever.
Yeah, because he's hood
But
famous.
DMX got a dominant record. Like DMX is.
Well, that's what I'm
different
saying. We
level.
can't. But DMX can rap too, though.
Yeah, he can freestyle.
DMX is rap. When I mentioned Kiss, I mentioned Kiss, the type of rap. It's violent.
Right.
It's violent. The new kids don't.
Yo, I got a perfect example.
Don't rap
of
violent.
trap music that is nice. Rick Ross. Rick Ross is really rap.
Yeah, but Rick
That's trap
Ross
But
is
he's not-
technically
That's musical trap
boom
music.
bap.
He got
Like,
bars.
To an extent, but he's
what?
he's
If you
content
listen
is
to
trap
that,
though.
no,
He just got,
the
he got
singles
a lot
are.
of mind
It's the
stimulants.
streets.
If
He
you
don't got
go
bars.
back to all the Rick Ross
Like,
albums,
we gotta stop associating trap with a sound. It's more content. Trapping is content. It's like lyrical, like what they're rapping about. We gotta start associating it with that.
No, I don't think it's lyrical.
trap is the sound that originated from Atlanta,
Yeah.
and it was their scapegoat to make it a genre of rap.
This don't
That's
sound like,
exactly what trap was in
this
the
don't
beginning.
sound like OJ the Juice Man and Gucci
the
Man
original,
in the kitchen.
the original sound in Atlanta was bars. You could go back to the old Outkast albums. You could go Luda. You could go to even like Cool
that's not
Breeze.
trap. That's not trap.
It wasn't. But when music changed, when Dipset slowed the tempo down, this is all Dipset's fault.
Big
When
shit out to
Dip-
Max B.
This is
That's not trap either.
Yo, that's
this
funny.
is
You
no.
know,
This is
I see that.
Dipset's fault. Dipset slowed the tempo down. Before Dipset, it was a faster sound. Like in the beginning, like
Yep.
with break beats. Remember, they didn't have drum machines.
That's Cam's
So they took the
fault.
part that was the loop, the hottest part of the song. They would take it and they would take a drum sample from Impeach the President and a sample from somebody else and put it together. It was fast.
Yeah,
Then-
but they also had A-Rap music though. You can't
Well,
really
look,
say
no,
that.
we get this is how it happened though. So then after that, boom, then Wu-Tang, Nas come, they slow it down.
Okay.
Then they introduce violence. They introduce violence. We're gonna take a call later. Cool G Rap introduced violence. Cool G Rap is why I live out here in Pennsylvania. Cool G Rap introduced violence. Then they reintroduced the soul samples with Jay-Z and all that. They made it cool. Dipset took it and slowed the tempo down.
Right.
We went from What We Do Is Wrong, which is like 104, to I Really Mean It, which is like 79, all the way down, and they made it okay to say, I'm up in the and hippity hop and dippity dop and da-da-da. They made it okay to
That's
do that, and then
Cameron.
they introduced South rappers on their records and forget it, and here we are. That's what happened. I seen the whole thing.
But
Terry
Dipset was
seen it
top-
too.
And
You
guess-
seen it, hold it.
And guess what?
Yo,
It's
I-
all
But
whack
Dipset
to
was
me.
legend
Young
though.
Jeezy,
That was
man. I think
legendary
of Young
though.
Jeezy, that first album. I think of T.I.'s first album. I think of Gucci Man when he's fat with the boss.
So what do you call this sound of?
You don't
Like
know,
Future.
man. He was rapping
Yo,
that
this
shit.
is different. This is
You
not like
talking about like Shorty Low, that
yeah,
type
that's
of.
trap
But
music.
T.I. and that, you don't know.
Yeah,
man,
that's
whole album,
that's
he was-
trap music.
So what do you call
new
this?
sound is like
Like
this is
trap-
mumble rap.
it's like
This
trap
mumble
and
rap.
B?
This is mumble rap, man. This
I
is
like
not
it.
even. This is not trap music. That's what I keep trying to tell people. That's why when I talk about my music, I say I'm making real trap music. That's trap music. You know what I'm saying? With Gucci Man freestyle, no pad. OJ the Juice Man, no hook. Like that's trap music. This is not trap music. People just calling this trap music. It's mumble rap. It's like
Would
It
you
is
consider
mumble rap.
Meek trap?
nah.
Nah, just not.
But are
nah,
they
I got
saying
that.
trap
I got
because
you.
of the beat or trap because of
The
way
content?
that
I was
flow?
curious.
I think
It's-
they're
it's the-
considering
it's
it
the-
trap because the way it's produced, it's doubled.
That's
So
what they
it's
talk
like
about.
you're taking something that's 70 tempo, you're producing it at 140, and doubling up the snares and correcting the hi hats and the certain types of 808s. And in all fairness, Meek does spit bars,
Yeah, he spits
Oh
balls.
hell yeah!
but he's one of the few.
Yeah.
I mean, who else can we name besides Meek that's on the wave that could actually rap?
Drake.
Well,
Yeah.
Drake is different
Yeah,
though.
he's
Cole
Yeah,
is that
right.
conversation.
Yeah,
Killing
right.
Drake, white or
Cole
black?
ain't trap. You
Hey.
talking about trap? You talking about?
He said he talked about that could
He's talking
actually rap.
Penguin, right?
I'm
Just
talking
Penguin,
just,
Penguin.
I'm talking about, rappers that any of us consider trap. Let's say, because I mean, this is what we consider it. Whether it is what it is, who can actually rap? I mean, who?
J. Cole.
J. Cole is bars though.
Right.
That's,
Yeah.
He's in.
Hard claw.
that's like unlimited.
Yeah, J. Cole's in the Logic. He's in the Kendrick Lamar wave.
Definitely,
yeah.
He's in that type of wave. You think it's trap or what do you consider it?
I mean, when we think about trap, we gotta really define it. Like trap started in the South, so for people up north, up in the East, to be saying trap, we used to say the crack house, or we used to say like, we never used to say the trap house. That used to be like some down south shit.
Yeah.
So it's like even trap music, that's all southern music. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's just it's different because you got. When you look at like a J. Cole or a Kendrick, they have a hardcore following. It's almost like how Dave East is coming up and he's building that hardcore fan base. That means that when he comes out the gate, he's gonna sell 500,000. But when you look at somebody like, not to name no names, but like Young Thug, like his first week album sales is like, low because he's real popular, but the music is not resonating with a lot of people. So it's like you have these, it's like you said, there's a lot of people doing trap, but does it really equate to their popularity?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, because you be like, you hear Young Thug or you hear whoever on the record, you be like, oh, I don't even know who that is, but you like the song.
That's cool.
When you relate to somebody like J. Cole or these different people that really are building that fan base or have built that fan base over the years, you know who they are. You more resonate, almost like when you see Coca-Cola or whatever. Like they built their brand to that level, so.
Absolutely. And I find it weird that like someone like Young Thug, who's a perfect example, I talked about this last week. If you look at Young Thug's new record, I sat down with Epic Records 2 months ago, and they told me they're not making money off of what they define as trap music, or what we're talking about. They're not making money, period. They're investing hundreds of thousands of dollars into artists that's not bringing back money, and the 360 deal does not cover the money back. So they want to start introducing content back into the thing, but they have to sneak it in. They can't just put it in. So it's funny to me that when you look at the new Young Thug record, got J. Cole on the record. J. Cole, half of his verse is auto-tune.
Yeah.
And then Young Thug, you can say whatever you want, bro. You can say whatever you want, because these are facts.
Now I got a question for you when you're done.
These are facts. Young Thug's first 4 bars are not singing. He's rapping.
I still didn't get a chance to hear that record. You got some.
We could play the record
bodied
right
that
now.
too.
He's
Well, he bodied
rapping.
it, but he-
As a matter of fact, if you listen to Swizz Beatz album, he got a song called 25 Soldiers.
That was.
It sound like a Benny the
Yo.
Butcher Griselda
You
record.
know who make trap music
But
that
that
has
was
lyrics?
trash.
Lil Wayne.
But early Lil Wayne.
Not even early Lil Wayne. Like No Ceilings. That's trap.
Lil Wayne made it okay for everybody to auto-tune.
And what you think about
It's
NBA
fault
YoungBoy?
Nah, that's
It
Kanye.
is.
I got a question
That
too,
was
because you saying
Kanye's
trap's
opinion.
not selling. What you think about NBA YoungBoy? Because he's selling records, bro. He
They're
got
not-
multiple platinum records.
They're not selling records. The definition,
He's the third biggest artist on
the
YouTube.
definition of platinum is different now. It's different.
Yeah.
It's not like before. Like you see someone
It ain't
going
what we
platinum,
used to
it's
have.
not the same.
Well, is he still generating money? If he's
Not
a
like
bigger artist
not
than Drake
like
on
what you
YouTube with
think.
ad
Not
revenue?
like what you think they are. It's not the same.
He pulling 40 million hits
It's
a week.
yeah, but it's impossible in this climate. 100 million spins is only $180,000. 100 million. Do the math. You would give your life to do 100 million right now, and you only make $180,000. It's a different climate.
That's before taxes too, right?
Well,
But
That's
Pharrell's proud about that.
You got, if you live in New York, it's 47%. You're done. Where's the bomb at?
Couple for that
Get the
one.
fucking bombs out. The bombs not working.
2,000.
So, but like you ladies, I just want to chime y'all back in because y'all have an advantage because it's R&B.
Right.
So you don't have these problems. Doesn't it feel great?
And it's hot girl summer. That's what.
It is hot girl
So
summer.
y'all,
City
y'all
girl
the wave
summer.
right now.
I feel like R&B is coming back, but it's like different R&B.
Are you tempted to have a hot girl summer in your R&B records? I
have?
mean, is this what it is?
Of course.
Like when I hear Envy's next record, she's gonna be spinning on a 12-inch. I mean, what am I gonna hear in the next record? What do
Maybe
you,
he'll do it just for you.
like, what do you, how do you stay relevant and keep your sanity as a woman? I mean, you're reserved,
Yeah.
not like these other girls,
Definitely
you know. And
not.
she's reserved too. She doesn't look reserved, but she's reserved. You should see her Instagram, all right? How do you stay, relevant to yourself and keep your respect as a woman?
I just feel like I've always had that instilled in me. Like, it just like growing up, my parents always taught me that. My mom was really strict, so I just like it stuck with me my whole life to be reserved, to be like have self-respect, and it's just not in me. I can't be a certain way. Like, I don't know. I just stay myself. And that's how I stay relevant.
You have a unique way of spelling your name. It's Envy, but it's N-V-I. How did you come up with that? Was it like a nickname or
It's
was
my
it?
initials.
It's your initials.
Ooh,
Government initials.
Pretty.
Government
So I
initials.
was like,
Where's the bomb at? Where's the bomb, bro? You talk about it's your fault.
Did I fuck it up?
Cause you talk about trap music. Where's the bomb? Trap music cut my bomb off.
Nine.
Trap music cut. It's
Nine.
okay. Shout out everybody on Instagram right now.
I'm
They talking about this club music, hip hop music.
My bad. Drop that bomb.
Shout out
man.
DJ Hurricane. Come on,
Drop that bomb. Drop the bomb.
I got a few sound effects in here. I don't have like I got like DJ sound effects here. I don't have like I got like the Michael Jackson Thriller laugh.
I'm
I
dead.
never knew that was Michael
That's all.
Jackson.
Yeah, I got it from Thriller. And every time I do it, someone always says something. I used to do it in the club, the Michael Jackson laugh, but after a while, it's like then I have like little like swoosh transition sound effects. But we're gonna get some like applause. But for right now, it's the bomb. That's what we going with all night. Okay, young gentleman over here. I didn't get your name. I'm sorry.
It's Flow with an E.
The flow with the E. And shout out to Chucky for the wine. This wine is remarkable.
Appreciate that.
So flow with the E. So we got reggae. We got are you Latin or
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican.
you put we got any dembow in there?
Nah, do you know what's funny? Nah.
And and that's a shame because right now Latin has crossed over.
Yeah.
And we're all basically kind of Spanish here.
That's the
Latin has crossed over.
That's the super.
It's remarkable how many records they tried to do it early on. Nori, he had the record with Daddy Yankee and I don't know, somebody can pull the record up. Daddy Yankee and Nina
Fact.
Sky.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
They were on the beach and whoa, but,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And then Angie Martinez tried to fake do it, but it's all the way in now.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Angie
Drop a
Martinez
bomb for that.
failed.
I love her.
I thought her album was gold though.
She had ladies' night. It was garbage.
I'm dead.
The bars was garbage.
Damn.
The remix was garbage. The video was garbage.
Man.
I don't care. I'm on a different station. I don't care. I love Angie, but it was trash. She was dating a guy named Sicario. I don't know if you know who this guy is, Sicario. I used to buy weed from him on Dyke, like for real. And he had a record. It was called Big Keys or something. And anyway, but bottom line is back to the Spanish joint. So you named, cause I'm a little surprised. Like you were talking about reggae and this. I didn't hear no Afro beats.
Nah, I mean, no, I don't
And
have.
being Spanish, I mean, come on.
But look, it's like on this album, it's 15 songs, right? Now, I would say in this day and age, it's probably a little too much, because, but like, I don't know, like I feel like nowadays people only drop EPs because they can't really drop a whole body of work.
Extended plays.
Yeah, like they don't have like skits. Like I
Yeah.
remember I used to buy the Eminem CDs and they would have like the Paul skits in
Yeah.
every album. You know what I mean? So it was like it was cool. It was, I don't
Yeah.
know, but
I think
nowadays it's
people's
not like that.
attention span is shorter.
Facts. That's another
Yeah.
thing too.
I
Now
swear.
you making songs-
Also, we touched on it. Me and Terry touched on it earlier. A lot of the reason why was because they needed to add extra tracks to the song because they count it as a sale.
right.
So this is why they would have skits, and this is why it'd be 24 songs of the album, because when you went and bought the album, they got 24 sales.
Yeah.
But
They was cutting the album like a pack, man.
they was cutting like a pack. But then after Jay-Z dropped that album on Samsung, they had to, I don't remember, it was the Black Album. I don't remember what album it was. Magna Carta.
Yeah, that's like when
Who
he's
said it? You said it, right? Magna Carta. So Magna
You
Carta.
talking about like when he like how the I think it was like what group? It was a rock group band that when you buy the iPhone, they all sold the record.
Beatles.
It's like that.
Now it's YouTube.
Oh, U2. Yeah, so when you buy an iPhone, U2's on it. But when Jay-Z cut the deal with Samsung, they basically had 1 million albums out. So they had to change the way recording was recorded on Billboard. And this is how we ended up with the system. Lady Fly, does this hurt the artist? I mean, does it hurt it? I gotta get Terry on, because you come from the old school,
Killer
so
artists. Killer
can,
artists.
can we get him a mic? Pass the mic to the guy. I need him to talk.
They can pick me up. They can pick me up. These mics pick up everything, man. They got me.
It hurts the artist. I mean, you come from. There's a lot of plaques in here, so does it hurt the artist? Does it benefit the artist?
Kill the artists.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Kill the artists. It revamped the whole industry. You know what I mean? It's so bad that a dude like me, there's no place in the game for me no more, because I'm used to getting checks. You know what I mean? There's no more checks out there. You know what I mean? And these fly-by-night artists, the home studios, the home production, all that stuff has changed the game that by the time the labels look at you, they restructured everything because you remember the normal deal they had went to the 360 deal.
Yeah.
Who could think the record company could ever lose with the 360 deal? The record companies are now losing with the 360 deal. You know what I mean? So the game is constantly changing, you know, and the bottom has fell out. So artists ain't getting no money, man. You know, Happy was a huge song for Pharrell.
Unless you touring, that's where.
Well, that's where your artists are getting rich at.
And that's why the numbers are so high too, because like booking shows, I find that the new artists numbers are high. Like I mean, they're demanding 10,000 for a walkthrough. They don't even have a record on Billboard.
Yeah, that one dude, what he wanted like 13K or something, and he don't even got 5 million.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy. How do they?
But that's why there's so many platinum artists with that shit in their basement.
Yeah.
You feel me? They have the dopest shit, but because they billing themselves as something they ain't because they got a whole bunch of likes on Instagram and shit. You know what I mean? That don't translate to putting asses in the seat. Because the events that I do is for the wow experience. If you don't put no asses in the seat, you ain't worth no money.
Look, I'm gonna talk my mess right now. Jay Critch, you a bum. He came out here.
Yeah,
30 seconds. He can see me. I'll be here.
Where's the ball, Rel?
Hold on, look.
No, Rel, listen, before you go talk, come on. We gotta organize this.
Bum, come see me. He came to the Sherman Head, bro. I swear it was less than 150 people. I could have packed that out more than that. Come on now. Get it together, man.
You know what I always say, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Yeah, I mean,
and he got beat up at South by Southwest too.
Oh my God.
You got knocked out. You like 6 feet. You 120. Get your weight up, son.
oh man, shout out to Uptown Rags. He's here. He's in the building. Okay. Shout out Jay Critch too. I know Jay Critch.
I feel like though, as far as what you were saying about the artists, I feel like, you know, for a long time, these labels or these people that have run the labels have taken a lot of advantage. You know what I'm saying? With the artist is the talent. Of course, the label is pulling it out there, but now we're at a day and age where you can really take it into your own hands, and you don't really need a label. You like, I only need you for distribution. I don't need you to do anything else for me. I can record myself. I can engineer. I'm gonna mix it, master it. I'm gonna make the product, and I'm gonna give it to you to distribute it. That's all I need you to do. You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like it's a lot of people. I mean, I was talking about this the other day, like, there's a lot of people now, especially black people, that are like, you know, rich now, like from music. You know, back in the day, it was a lot of artists. When we look at like MC Hammer, you know what I'm saying? We look at these different Tupac, you know what I'm saying? 6 million records sold, and he had no money in his bank account. So it's like a lot of people were getting raped back then too. So now I feel like it's a lot of it is in our hands, and now it's just like.
Well, see, you got to remember the difference was when you talk about a Hammer and a Tupac. Back then, a Tupac video cost him $2 million. You couldn't do a video for $500 like they do today. Sure. Back then, Hype Williams and all them dudes was getting millions of dollars to do videos. Those were real productions.
We had an incident like that back then.
But the reality is, the record company paid for all that. You know what I'm saying? So these guys had 10 videos at an average price of $2,000, $2 million a piece. They gotta recoup that money, dog.
For sure.
You gotta recoup the money.
But cameras were more expensive, and this is before consumer products. So consumer products obviously changed the game. You put an M-box in your house.
Yeah.
I mean, my album cost me $700 to do, and I make 13 grand on it. Well, now it's more. It's more 15 now.
Drop a bomb for that.
But yeah, I mean, and I made that. You know, this is Infamous Hour. We talk without no support from the station. But I work there, and I bring hundreds of thousands of dollars into the station.
What a lot of people forgot was back then when the label was financing these artists. Guess what? We would get budgets for 50 grand to do 2 songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was being cheap. They ain't doing that no more. Who getting 50 grand to do? Who getting 50 grand to do a song?
The budget. Some kid hit me. One of the reasons why I stopped shooting videos was because when at the height of my video career, like when I was really shooting and I had like 40 videos on the Top Box World, so I was doing that. I was charging kids only $400 in the streets. This is what I was charging. I had Rick Ross video on MTV.
But you know what? You was just like the Africans that bootleg the brand Nubian album?
Well, not really, because my whole mindset was to give. I'm always about the kickstart.
Absolutely.
So even to this day, I'm about the kickstart. It's about the kickstart. Sometimes you need the kickstart. You could be grinding your whole life. Everyone in this room at some point, even myself, feels like there's nobody helping you or there's nobody willing to give you a chance.
Absolutely.
So I'm always about the kickstart.
Absolutely.
I live on the kickstart.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But what you did was help kick the bottom out of the video industry. Everybody who had their own cameras, who went out and started doing quality videos for less than $20,000. You know, when the prices came down,
it happened,
you know what I mean?
It happened way before me because once the DSLR came out, my original camera was a Canon XH-A1. It was a tape camera. It was some big ass MTV camera. You had to watch the whole fucking tape, do the whole thing to get the footage, and then they had the DSLR camera, and then they destroyed the Canon 7D came and killed the whole game.
Killed the game.
And this was before the gimbal. All right, this is before the gimbal. A lot of these gimbal shots, they emulate my original panning shot.
Yeah.
They don't even know it.
Yo, y'all still ain't mentioned how labels is only signing you if you're already making money with your music now.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Signing to labels for no reason.
They can't make money.
Just to get like a jump start when they're already gonna make more money by themselves.
There's a kid that I know that he signed to Fat Joe. His deal was $80,000 for 6 albums.
I can make $80,000 in a couple months, man. Come see me.
But
I'll sign you.
But if you do the math, it's like for Joe, it's a good deal. I mean, it may not be a good deal for the kid. It may be a good deal. Who to say? If he makes $1 million, if he gets 1 million streams, he only gets $1,700.
Yo, Boozy tried to sign Kodak for 10 bands. Y'all ain't hear about that?
I did.
Boozy tried to sell Kodak for 10 bands, and Kodak making money. You know he's selling out arenas.
Fuck Kodak.
Well, he in jail now.
I don't know. I think Kodak a bum too though, but
he ain't doing nothing right now.
Where?
He paying them lawyer fees.
He picking up soap right now from the shower.
You gotta drop a bomb on that.
Yo, keep this bomb going. All right, who's here? Chuck, my guy Chuck E. Cheese. What is the name of this wine? This wine is great.
We got some Pinot Noir.
Yo, what's the name of that song with Hopsa? Is that out? Because I got a lot of people out here fans of him. I just told one of my friends he's super hype right now.
Yeah, wait till you hear it. It's called Leatherface.
It's out?
It's not out. It's coming out on his album. It's getting ready to drop in in about real soon. I don't want to give a date on it, but if you look at Bizarre's Instagram, you'll see it's right around the corner. He's talking about dropping it soon. But like I was saying earlier, just to recap, he's dropping a full documentary on his life, like how he met D12, his whole story of coming up in the game. So
They actually got the full entire D12 documentary coming out. That's like a little insider. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't think a lot of people know about that. They have the new D12, and actually, from my understanding, D12 has like a station that's coming out on the Sirius XM too, as well, and it's gonna cater to Hobson and like
that's hard.
You know, the eccentric.
Right.
Who else? Immortal Technique, I guess.
You know, Hobson, like Chuck E. Cheese, you know, those guys.
Well, you're not really eccentric like that. I mean, you got bars. The record got bars. What was it like working with Scott Storch? Because you got some records with him too.
It was dope, man. It was really unexpected.
Don't say it was dope when you talk about Scotch. Scott Storch and dope at the same time.
Another word.
He ain't getting high no more.
No, hell.
He good. He clean.
He good now.
Oh yeah, he's good for you.
Thumbs up, cause I always had love for him. Man.
Yeah. That's the big homie.
We partied hard together.
Word. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, you know, I always look at it like, I know it was crazy. He went through that money and his demons he was battling and all that. But like you talk about somebody being real, like this dude was. I mean, it's on like some Hugh Hefner shit, like 150-foot yachts. Like he went full bar. Just crazy bananas. The guy had it all. But coming back, you could see like the guy's so focused. That talent doesn't go nowhere. You know, he only stopped making the hits. It's not like he just literally took a hiatus from work for a little bit during that time. But the second he got right back out, he's making them all right now. He's got all the top billboards of everything. You know,
I was about to say, as soon as he got back in the game, he had platinum hits.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, man.
I remember.
Goes nowhere.
He had 40 #1 singles. Being played 40.
This is around the time of Lean Back, like that era.
Exactly.
Mhm.
His catalog, his hit
Yeah.
catalog is just
That's
it's out the door, like
Yeah.
8 Grammys and
You also had mentioned that that you got a record with Be Real in the works.
Yep.
Now Be Real from Cypress Hills. I've seen a lot of interviews. 50 Cent is the best interview I've ever seen in person. Period. It wasn't because the interview was good. What I respected about 50 was he looked at everyone in the room. It made me nervous. Like at this time I wasn't on there, I was filming, and the camera was shaking because like he looked at everyone in the room because your opinion mattered. Like even the intern, like whatever he said. And the second interview that I've seen, it has to be Real. I didn't know Be Real was like a real gangbanger though, like real like essay, banging bloods, like and he smokes a lot of weed. You got the Chief some Chiba with Be Real. How did that work out for you?
I didn't actually. It's a crazy story. I hung out with Burner. Everybody knows he.
The cookies, he got the weed joint.
And then Scott, of course, he's a big participant. And then Be Real. But when I went to California, I couldn't participate. They had me peeing in the cup for a second. But it was cool just to watch those guys in their element doing their thing, you know.
Absolutely. Now, Envy, you're an R&B artist, right? He was talking right now about features. In the R&B lane, do you think features are important? Like, do you think it solidifies an artist, like having another artist on your record? Like in hip hop, it does. Like hip hop is like, all right, you know, I got Uncle Murder, I got X, Y, and Z. R&B's a little different though. I don't think.
I just feel like features should come after you like make your mark like, for your own self. Like, you know, if someone's gonna like you, they're gonna like you for you, not because you have a feature. So I'd rather gain a fan that way than add like, oh, I got a feature, so like me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of the records I heard, you have like real slow tone records.
Yeah.
Like, are there like ballads on the project, like real full ballads? Or
I haven't done any yet, but I want to do like a faster like tempo and like a dance hall.
Like a pop record.
Yeah,
or?
I want to have my project. I mean, I have it pretty much done, but I do want to add like a couple other sounds to it before I say it's complete.
One of the good things about R&B is that you can cross over into different lanes. Like you said, dance hall. You can go into like the Z100 lane.
I feel like you can do that anywhere though, whether being a rapper or not. Like if you're an artist, you're an artist.
Do you think that like once you cross over, there's no coming back?
No.
As far because you
crossing over as to what?
Well, like you kind of get categorized. Like for example, like let's say like a Rihanna, like she does a pop record. She can't do a slow tempo record.
Yeah, she can.
I mean, but no, she can. Absolutely she can. I'm saying the general audience expects more of the same thing.
No, because she does all. That's what I love about Rihanna. Like she'll do like her little islandy thing, and then she'll do her hood like trap thing, and then she could sing too. So then. And then she'll do like a house song, like with, you know, Calvin Harris or something, or David Guetta. And it's like...
David Guetta's dope.
Yeah, and that's like, I want to do one like that. That would be like fun, just like a festival song.
David Guetta had a record with Akon. I don't remember the name of the record. They were like in the pool. Yeah, that record was hard, I'm not going to lie.
That one.
Pop can cross over. So, like, when they get the project, are we gonna get like all these type of mixtures of pop
I feel
and like ballads?
Maybe on like the second one, or like, you know, because I want it to be like a book. So it's like, I'm talking like, it's like chapters.
Like intro, paragraph, body.
Yeah, exactly.
And going on from there. Now, do you write your own stuff, or like completely write all your stuff?
Yeah, and then like whatever, if like we're in the studio and like the engineers like giving me
input.
Yeah, they'll take it.
Do you think R&B artists have like a stereotype that they don't write their own music? Because a lot of R&B artists don't write their own music.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I think that's with everybody as an artist. Like I question everybody now. Like, do you write? Like, as soon as I hear it on the radio, if I find an artist, I'm just like, are they writing this? I want to know.
Do you think there's anything wrong though with taking a record from someone else? Because R&B is different than rap. Like if Chuck E. Cheese or Flo over there or Rel took a record, it's like disrespect. Like you just not a rapper no more. Yeah. But R&B, nah, you corny, it's over. Your career's done, and not in this day and age, you're not even done. Cause look at Drake, he's up.
I know.
But
look at him
on R&B's a little different. Like you know, you can take those type of inputs.
You can, because it's like singing is the talent, but like rap is like different because rapping is your talent. Like Cardi B, she's cool, whatever, but like I get really annoyed.
Yo, she explained that perfectly. That's what we couldn't get the first time last show.
What?
And you a singer about rapping, like you writing and being a rapper. That's your talent as a rapper.
Yeah.
And just being a singer, your voice is your talent.
Yeah.
So that's
definitely.
why singers could take songs and we can't.
Yeah. Definitely.
But rap, I mean, some rappers could take. It's been done throughout history.
Look, you supposed to.
Biz Markie ain't write his own joint. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying that it can be done. There's a bunch of rappers right now. Jermaine Dupri got a new record.
I told you, you
he
can
ain't
only
write
take
his
a
joint.
hook, bro.
Cardi
You can
B
only
doesn't
take
rap.
a hook.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
can't
You can only
nothing
take a
else but
hook.
bro.
I can name 5 rappers that y'all respect
Yo,
right
I got
now
it.
that don't write half their rhymes. I bet you he know rappers. He know a bunch of rappers.
I had a big rapper who I ain't gonna say who took some of my bars while we was in the studio. He asked me, and you know who he is.
I know.
And he
We
took some
spoke.
of my
We
bars,
spoke
you
about
feel me?
this. I actually got a record with this rapper that he's talking about that is never gonna come out because his verse was garbage.
Same thing with me. Drop another bomb. Same thing.
His verse was garbage.
Same thing.
The same rapper he talking about. They came to me like, yo, we got this guy. We want to get him on the record. I'm like, cool. I gave him the best beat I ever did in my life. I said, yo, this record you want, get it. I want to get on the record. I want to go first. From their perspective, it's a good business decision putting me on the record because I play the record. So if I'm on the record, rappers are stupid. Like rappers are my friends. They're dumb. You're an idiot. If you have an album and I'm not on your album, you're an idiot. Because you don't have access to radio, so if I'm on the record, I like the record, I'm going to play the record. So I would have played the record, and the verse was garbage. Yo, the verse was garbage.
I know.
And you were the first person that actually personally knew this rapper. This is a big rapper, let me talk about. It's not like,
And then the crazy thing is,
how many dope records he got? He got a few records.
He wrote for the other dude. You feel me?
Oh, he wrote for the big homie.
Yeah, he
Okay.
wrote for
Listen.
him and wrote a lot of his.
Hey,
records.
listen,
A lot of
real.
people don't know that either.
Stop talking about the
You
family.
know what I mean? You can't.
Stop talking. He talking about the family.
Is this your family? Like,
Yo, drop the bomb.
He talk about the
Drop
family.
bomb.
Stop talking about the family, man.
this really happened though. I mean, this is great. I mean, this is.
Are you
great.
talking about my nephew?
You
You sure?
I don't know, man.
He talking about my nephew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
he talking about my
You
nephew.
Yeah, we may be
One of our
talking.
guys, man.
Me and him talking about the same person.
Yeah.
Nobody here knows what we talking about, but they'll get it later on because the record may come out. It's not making my album. And then,
And he ain't make my mixtape either.
and then you know, another
Yeah.
person, Tony Sunshine. I got a record with Tony Sunshine, and I never put the record out because I didn't like what he did with the hook. Like he took a hook from somebody else. Like, is it like this? Let's go to Flo over there, over in the corner. Would it be disappointing, like, if you like get a feature? So I didn't pay for the feature, but let's say you paid for the feature,
Right.
and it's not what you expected. Like, how are you gonna feel like when you go home? Like,
You gotta be, you gotta tell them. You gotta be honest. You gotta be like, listen, it's not what I was looking for. Like, I wanted you to. You feel me? Can you redo it? And if they say no, just take them off the record.
you think features are necessary for rappers?
I think honestly, I think it's necessary for singers too. But yeah, I believe not that it's necessary, but I think it's dope. Cause like I know, thinking from a fan perspective, like when I hear J. Cole or when I hear Drake or when I hear Kendrick, I'll be like, yo, what if they did a record together or a mixtape together? Like when Young Thug and Future dropped their first song together, I was like, yo, wait till they drop. I already knew it was coming. I was like, yo, wait till they drop a mixtape. That's gonna be crazy. They dropped it, crazy, boom. Drake dropped. I think yeah. So to me, yeah, I think singers is cool too. Cause think about it, the new Drake song and Chris Brown song that came out, everybody loving it. They're like, oh my god, you know what I mean? So yeah, is it a necessity? To some degree, yes. It broadens
It
your...
is to rebrand the artist, rebrand the act, pump life back into them. Because guess what?
Sometimes.
No matter how hot Drake is, a lot of people ain't run out to buy his damn records right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's hot. He can do a show. He gonna pack the joint. You know what I mean? He got his following. But younger people, as you get a little older, you grow up with your audience. The younger people are into somebody else. They don't want to hear Drake.
You know, inadvertently, what's kept Drake hot for this whole time? Because we all can agree we've never seen an artist this hot for this amount of time. I mean, we've never seen it.
Yeah,
This amount of
sucks
time,
everybody energy.
besides the whole getting written and all that, no. In my opinion, what keeps Drake hot is that he pops artists off.
No, that's what I'm saying. He
Like
really
we
pop
wouldn't be
artists
talking about City
Yeah.
Girls without Drake.
Yo, he gets on the wave
We
before the
saw-
wave pops.
yeah, but
he don't
it's-
pop
really
artists
does.
off.
That's
bro.
cool.
But it's strategic. He makes it look like he
In the
pops
eyes
artists
of the world, you popped it off, and that's all that matters. It don't matter what happened before. When it comes to the dollar, I mean, he popped City Girls, he
Even
popped
Jenny Aiko when
everybody.
He
Black
did
Boy
it with, he did it with
JB,
Lil Reese.
yo, Tanashi, Lil
yeah,
Baby,
oh my goodness.
Lil Baby. Will we be talking about Lil Baby?
21 Savage.
If the list, what would we be talking
Rap,
about?
rap.
What would we be talking about, Lil Baby right now? If it was the record was called Pikachu in the beginning, what would we be talking about him? The same way-
Nah, that's not
to the
true. That's
Migos,
not
to
true.
the
Lil
Migos.
Baby was hot before.
Yeah, but he
that, though.
popped Migos off too, so it still comes back to Drake. If Drake wasn't on Versace, there's no Migos. It's all the same genre.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I say that's a fact.
And they garbage for me.
Nah, he
You
really
crazy.
did. He really popped it,
You
though.
Nah.
Definitely.
Before Versace, Migos had tapes and way before that. Everybody was
But
on their
we're
way.
talking about a national level.
Yeah, Drake.
Like,
The
we're
only
not
person
talking
who
about
knew
local.
was you.
We're not talking about local right now, because you could be hot in your city, you could have tapes in your city. We're talking about national artists. Drake makes them from a local rapper into being an artist, and this keeps him relevant throughout his whole career, and he's going to continue to do this till the day he goes into a damn grave.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right or wrong?
That keeps him hot because really the artist is already on the verge of blowing up, so he sucks their energy. You know what I'm saying? It makes him look better and bigger because it makes him look like he put in. You know what I mean? They already got a record that's going, but he puts it to the next level.
But how does he suck the energy when he makes the record?
He don't make the
Like-
record. He takes
like-
it to the next
He
level.
kind of do though.
Let me give you an example, right? Fetty Wap. Perfect example. Fetty Wap had the #1 song in the country, Trap Queen. It was a great record. Fetty Wap did not become Fetty Wap until Drake jumped on his record. He had the #1 song on the country,
Oh, no.
Trap Queen. He could have been gone like everybody else. This kid had 4 Billboard records #1 in the same year. We can't even name a nigga that has 4. Drake don't even have 4 #1 Billboard records in the same year.
Look
He had
at
4.
Fetty Wap now, though. Where he at?
It doesn't matter. He's gonna
Nah,
eat for the
he's
rest of
bad.
his life.
He's bad.
He still
He's
gets.
bad.
He still
Right,
gets.
right,
No, it's okay.
right.
He still gets 30,000 a show. He still gets 30,000 a show. He gonna eat forever. You only need 1 record, ladies and gentlemen. You only need 1 record. 1 record, eat for the rest of your life. Terry,
Right.
1 record.
That's
You're
it.
out of here. Look at Ron Browse, #1. He eat for the rest of his life. Yeah, 1 record.
But he produced.
No,
too.
he-
He produced too. You know that. He's a
No, of
producer,
course,
too.
but it's 1 record. It's all on 1
You
record.
know what I think though? I think artists gotta stop clout chasing for their features and like just make good music.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's gonna go.
So
like,
how do they do that though? Like, especially like in a
certain people like I feel like if I do a record with Rich Homie Quan, I could bring him back. I feel like if it get enough clout, it could work. You feel what I'm saying?
So, all right, but as someone that's still in the field and still working, right? How do they do that when we live in an environment where labels don't give you no more money?
you
right?
gotta be in that field.
So-
or you gotta be
So
somewhere getting that
technically
money.
speaking, it would be harder, right, Envy?
Yeah.
Would it be harder to do something if the label, if you can't walk in the Atlantic Records and get $2 million from the label? How you gonna do it?
You gotta put up your own money, just like
Where you gonna get it
just like
from?
She said, you
Work
said she
together,
is Brown
make
and
that
investing in
money.
himself. You gotta invest.
You
in
gonna
yourself.
sell your dick on Backpage? And what are you gonna do? Like, what's gonna happen? How you gonna get it?
You gotta put that money behind
Yo, this guy's crazy.
you. Yo, Cheese, tell him, man. Tell him about these investments,
Gotta do it,
man.
man. But for the record, I just wanted to state, me and Amadeus, everything on Shady 45 so far, everything, every feature, Scott Storage production, all the big shit I got, just waiting.
We haven't done it yet.
Nothing's been
No,
released.
we-
No one
we-
even
we-
knows,
we-
but I
we
didn't
purposely
put
haven't
that
done it
shit
yet.
on Instagram. So I mean, I'm here because of bars, not because of features and homie and
but
this
you
and
here
that.
because you're
I just want
investing
that
in yourself
cosign.
too, though.
Yeah,
You gotta
oh,
let people know
100%.
that. Because
Yeah.
these rappers keep thinking just because they got bars is gonna take them to the next level. But
Right.
if what we say is mostly the business than the talent.
Exactly.
So you still have to invest in yourself and make those moves.
Yep, 100%. I always said, you're looking at the pig that used bricks to get his family out the sticks. And that's real. Like, work hard in the beginning, then build your shit out of bricks, and then later on you take it to the next level yourself. It's like, don't put everything in the hands of other people to take yourself. If you bet on yourself every time from the very beginning of your, from adolescence on, just bet on yourself. Don't think that you're going to make some, you're going to rock somebody's world by walking into a room and they're going to sign you for millions. Just keep investing in yourself over and over and over. The only person you could
Right.
depend on yourself 100% is yourself.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
why waste that energy? If you concentrate
Right.
your energy from the door to now, I promise you're gonna look back and say like, yo, that was the smartest thing I ever did in my life.
And you know what's crazy? It's even harder for female artists because the record labels is
We
not
got two
getting.
females in the building. Is it harder for the female artists?
Record,
Is it?
Yeah,
record
but
labels
all
is
they
not
want you
getting
to do is
behind them.
bounce your ass. That's all they want you to do.
But if you're willing to do that, you're gonna get some views though.
Yeah, but then you like
Oh,
lower
real.
yourself a
And
little
lose
bit.
your morals.
Yeah.
It's
like,
a scam though, cause it's like if you look at the girls that's bouncing their ass, city girls, one's in jail, she pregnant, the other one's pregnant. Shaw.
Bang! What you just said is it. That's why the labels don't put money behind female artists.
Because if they get pregnant, then boom.
Megan
Well,
Thee Stallion.
They get pregnant and then they fall in love.
Yeah.
And guess what? When they fall in love, they can't work.
Yo,
Yeah.
Because
When
because they man don't want to come to the
Listen,
studio.
when-
If you had to come in here and work with us, with all these guys in here for 60 hours a week,
Yeah.
80 hours a week, and you fall in love with some dude that's not comfortable with who he is as a man, he ain't gonna want his lady in a room full of all these cocks. He not.
Right.
And he gonna put pressure on you.
Yeah.
You gonna get pregnant, and everybody that invested money in you gonna lose their money because you gonna be in love. And that's why most people
No.
who mess with.
Gotta
That's
stay
why
focused.
I will not work with a female
gotta
artist
stay
for that
You gotta
exact
stay
reason.
Yo, and
No.
tell 'em-
I
tell 'em
stopped
how-
working with
tell 'em
female
how
artists for that
trash
reason.
Cuban doll is.
Cuban doll,
Trash.
garbage.
Trash.
I, in all fairness, I did play one Cuban doll record. She had a little baby on it. I thought it was okay.
I didn't even know that.
It's
Trash.
just-
Look, drop them off.
She got. It's called
Trash.
It's called Bankrupt.
Oh, bankrupt. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was alright.
I was
That
gonna
alright.
say like Megan Thee Stallion. Like I was in the movie with her.
She looked good,
No,
but she's
listen,
trash.
when she said
What?
she was gonna play the dick in the car, I was there with her. Like I felt like I was in the car. And then I see on Instagram with a guy. Does that hurt the female Lady Fly? Does it hurt your image? Does it?
Does what
I mean,
exactly hurt my image?
I mean,
What
if
is
as a
it?
female selling sex, I mean, the other day Envy.
You sell
a
it
Lady
'cause
Fly.
you want to. Like you say, if you want to. Like if you feel comfortable, you're feeling the vibe. Do it if that's how you feel in the moment, or that's the vibe for the song. But I don't feel like you should make it your entire thing. Like if you want to get a little frisky, you want to bounce the ass here and there, that's cool. But it shouldn't be your whole MO. It shouldn't be like they know they're gonna listen to Lady Fly and Lady Fly's gonna bounce her ass. Lady Fly's gonna talk about pussy, and then like nobody wants to hear that after a while. It's nice.
But
and
you
it's
know
like-
what he just said makes so much sense. You said you heard what Iggy was saying, and you was riding with her. And then you saw on Instagram with a dude, right?
Yeah, the show back there.
So
I'm out the movie.
Game over
I
because
was in the car.
see
I was
the
in
whole
car
thing.
with her getting my shit played with.
The-
And I seen it with a nigga.
That's
But it's
right.
over.
She's done. But see, the whole thing with
Come on,
making
man.
music, you know what I'm saying, with R&B artists, the key was you had to convince every woman that you're singing to, that just hear you, that she
Right.
thinks you're singing to her.
Right.
So you didn't, the R&B artists that were married and had families, you never saw they pictures
Yes.
with them with their families.
Because you were relating to the female and not the guy. It's
Absolutely.
different. Gotcha. Okay, you were attacking
Absolutely.
the female. So do we still do that, Envy?
Wait, so are you saying that applies for women?
Absolutely.
Yeah, what he's saying is that like when the female artist does an R&B, see, what he's saying is the mistake that the females are making right now is they're catering to men instead of women. Because although you assume they're catering to women, you're really catering to the men.
How?
Of course, because the men is the one that's fantasizing about getting their shit played with and the way that she look and this, that, and the third. And the
Oh, it
women are
depends
not
what
really
you're
living
talking
that
about.
life. No, these girls are ratchet.
But that's why they like that.
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
the rap girls.
Oh yeah, the rap girls.
There's
are
not
rap-
that many R&B girls though.
Right.
Talking to Mike. There's not there are not that many R&B girls.
Right.
I mean,
I feel like they're coming though.
we can probably
Like
name
Melly,
So-
Danny Lay. I feel
Okay,
like
so you
they're
got
all
Melly, you got Danny Lane.
All the R&B girls are classy.
We got Ellie. We got Elliot May.
Yeah.
Who else? Kaylani.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
4. But see how difficult it is to name them.
Right.
Now on the flip side, we could all name female rappers. We
Yeah.
can name a bunch of them right now. Is it difficult? How do
Well,
you
female
break?
rapper door I think is opening again.
How do you break through the female R&B lane?
I feel like if you mix the two, because that's what they're doing now. Like they're doing like R&B and like trappier beats, or you know like Bryson Tiller, right? Like his trap soul.
Yeah.
That was like the sound for a while. I just feel like I don't know. If you like your beats have to be like more alive, I think.
The Trap Soul album was dope.
Yeah.
Actually, the record that he had with the Street Fighter sample, It was called Sorry Not Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That record was amazing.
That was that was crazy.
That's
I
it.
don't even know what he's doing now. Like,
He just dropped a new song.
Fire.
He just dropped a new song. Two. My bad.
He had the single, and then he had Sorry Not Sorry, and then he was on Khaled's album.
he did a second album, but I didn't like it.
A lot of it has to do with dedication
Yeah.
and grinding, and you work like a legit job, like you're in television production and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
I mean, how do you balance the two? It must be difficult when your day job doesn't coincide with what your dream is, in a sense.
Well, I feel like as long as I'm still in the entertainment business, like that, like I don't leave the industry. I'm like either, you know, in TV world or I'm in the music world. So I'm not just like working a 9 to 5, like boring job, like doing something else. Like I love TV too.
And how is it being on television? Because I think more people have been on radio than they've been in television. Television is a whole different ballgame. Like
Yeah.
you cannot just cut a bag to get into like television is different. So talk about like that world and like the process of like someone getting on, or like even just the search for people.
Searching for people, I mean, that's not really what I do, because I help build the story, like in the storyline. Like, you know, I work in reality, so it's like when we have a cast, we like, you know, come up with a storyline for each person, make sure that they're interesting, you know, for the viewers, and like make sure that we follow the story apart with like real life with a little bit of mixture of like, you know, producing it, because we need drama, we need certain things to pull viewers in. So, you know, some of it's fake, some of it's real.
Is most of it fake, or is like because like so like when I was on National Geographic,
Yeah.
I was on National Geographic. For those that don't know. I was, all right. I was on National Geographic is very real.
Yeah.
So if you watch me on National Geographic, what I did there was very real. But like they like so we were filming and they were sending video back to the production company in London. They're like, we need drama. We need like why he does this.
Yeah.
And why is that what it really is about? Like
like I just got back from Arizona from shooting a new show for MTV, and we were like, you know, every time we go back, we have to like figure out the story and keep following it. And it's like sometimes we tweak it because it's like, all right, this story is a dead end, so we need to like spice it up. We need something like dramatic to happen. So like we'll insert ideas or like situations. We'll put the people in certain situations to get a certain reaction. So it's just like once you work in TV, like it ruins it for you.
so like not talking too much about
It's like I view I think about all
like
the TV.
Are a lot of these situations real, or are they like scripted? Like it like, you know, hypothetically speaking, like, you know, would they make me, you know, her love interest on a television show to piss her man off?
Yeah.
Like, and that's not really what's going on.
What? One of my shows I worked on, we made a whole relationship that didn't even like, it's not real. And then they broke up, and then they're back together, and it's not real at all. They don't even like each other. They're both dating somebody else.
Oh my.
Yeah. No, you know what that gets?
Don't the friends know?
I'm good.
It's always a good time for Mike. I mean, Michael Jackson is great. So it's definitely rough, and it's a lot of hours of shooting and editing.
Oh my god.
So when after I did the National Geographic thing, they gave me they hired me, Wall to Wall Productions. Shout out to them. Laura Gamsey's her name.
Mm-hmm.
She does a bunch of shows. She does Locked Up Abroad. She does Scared Straight. She does a bunch of shows.
Oh, dope.
And they had a show about some fucking girl in DC that did like some workout thing and like under like the Washington Monument, and this girl would have like 40,000 people like come out for this fucking like yoga in the daytime. No, I'm serious. Like, and this was a show that was gonna come on, and they had me edit the whole thing and it didn't get picked up. Is that frustrating?
Oh my gosh, that happens all the time.
Like,
you could be
no,
out.
they paid me. It was great.
Yeah, you
No,
said
and they paid me top
and then
dollar.
they just pulled
it
the
was
plug.
great. No, I didn't care. I got to see ass all day. It was great. But from the idea, The wine is kicking
That's
in.
pretty.
But from the production perspective, because I was in the editing process.
Yeah.
For production, does that piss you off? Like you spend all this time, you building, make people fake have sex with each other. It's like kapoosh. She just goes, like a magician. How does that work?
I think you just like move on. I've never been on a show where it's been like pulled, so I don't know what that really feels like. But I've heard stories and I'm like, oh my god, that would suck. But when you work in the field, you kind of just work on the show and you don't even watch the show. You just like move on to the next one because you're just like, like I've worked on so many shows and I've like never seen an episode or like anything besides like Cake Boss. I was on Cake Boss for like ever. But I don't know.
Are those Cake Boss stores real? Like they have one in Times Square?
Oh my god.
I mean, are they real? They got one. They got one on 42nd Street.
Yeah,
and
they're
8th
real.
Avenue.
They've been around.
It was like 1,300 or something, like a fire cake for Floyd Mayweather. I went one time and it was garbage.
My man Wing.
I know. I don't
Cake
even
Lords,
like
Uptown,
That
135th
better
Street.
make me fly.
Cake Lords.
Cake Boss?
Cake Lords.
Yo,
Cake
that's
Lords.
the joint with the
Cake
short ass
Lords.
dude, right? The
Yeah.
short ass dude. Yo,
The
he blowing
Italian
up.
dude.
He blowing up. He everywhere now.
The
Was he on
best-
Shake 45? He's on
He
there, right?
was. The best cake
Shut
place though.
up.
Yeah, he was.
Buddy.
Oh, no. We've had everybody on shit.
Oh my god, I can't.
We had Michael Blackson.
Can't get
He
away
wasn't
from
here.
this
Michael
guy.
Blackson
Yo,
was
he
on
got
today.
3.4 million followers too.
His
by the way.
toenails was eroded.
He's so popular in Brazil, you don't even understand.
He had fungus on his toe.
Ew.
Michael Blackson, shout out to him. He's ugly.
What?
He's ugly.
He's ugly. I can't.
He been
So, another thing about television is the oversaturation of artists on television.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's a lot of them. K.
Yeah.
Michelle,
Oh, like Love and Hip Hop?
she got her ass taken out.
Oh,
You
God.
know,
She needed help with
It-
that.
it was-
like making her sick. She was like
it
gonna
was
die.
weird though. Like it was weird. Like
I don't understand the
you
ass.
got growing up hip hop. You got Bow
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
You got all
Growing up
them.
hip-hop.
That's pretty weird. What else? We got Run DMC. I mean, everybody get a reality show. Like, how can I get a reality show? Like, who I gotta call? I gotta call
I'm trying
you.
to figure it out for
Who
me.
you
I'm like
call?
behind the camera. I'm like, I'm not getting
My man Chuck E. Cheese want to get a reality show. Lady
Right,
Fly.
here
You
we
see a
go.
video? Lady
It's like
Fly.
a whole process though. Like you have to like have a whole idea. You gotta come up with like the story. You gotta film it. You gotta shop it.
So you shoot the pilot first.
Yeah, but you have to have like the full blown concept of like everything because they're gonna come after like, oh, we like the pilot, but then what?
So I understand how television goes.
Yeah.
But maybe you can explain a little bit. Like it's actually like a product. So when they see like Real World, they think MTV did this. MTV actually bought this from a company.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Can you explain like how that goes a little
Yeah,
bit?
there's like a production company that gets paid to film whatever the network wants. So, or they'll like a production company will believe in a project and then they'll just shoot it and invest in their own like in the project themselves and then they'll shop it around to a network and then a network will buy it and pick it up and then they're like, hey, we want 10 episodes, go make us 10 episodes and we'll fund it.
Yeah.
And then we go out and do it.
We were talking something interesting since we have like artists in the room about like royalties from television. Because
Yeah.
I made a lot of money off of being on National
That's one thing I'm
Geographic.
trying to figure out.
I produced the entire segment
Damn.
that I was on, and I did 11 beats. It was like they called it jingles. I didn't know what a jingle was. They called it a
Oh,
jingle.
it is a jingle.
It's a jingle,
Yeah.
and I had to sound like a release form. And I've actually made more money off of the production segment that I did on there than I've done anything in music. Like literally, like the national royalties from National Geographic, it is crazy. Like yeah, it was a.
The bomb is like.
So, but we were talking about like it's kind of like a record pool or something like where they just get the music from. and
Yeah,
they put
it's
it-
like you have to figure out how to. They're called music libraries, but like, I don't know. They're like there'll be instrumentals or there'll be like songs, like actual songs that people write and sing and whatever they use it as cleared music. Cause like to get a Cardi B song or like whatever, we shot something with Genuine and we were trying to use the Pony song and they wanted like $20,000 just for. Like,
But it's his song. I mean,
no, because back then, like the way he got like whatever
Somebody
his
owns
situation,
his publisher.
yeah, all his shit. So he doesn't really
Gotta
own
go
it,
through
so
Harry Fox.
It's
Harry
crazy.
Fox agency.
Harry Fox sets the price.
Yeah, they do. Harry Fox runs the world.
Yeah.
They're like a Rothschild of banking. Like it's
Harry Fox sets the price.
It's crazy. All right, listen. So we got 20 minutes left. Let's go around the room. Let's start with my guy Flo over there. Let's talk about projects. What's coming out? What can people expect?
Tell me your Instagram.
He loves the Instagram. I love the Instagram too, but I like to shout the Instagram out at the end.
Right.
He's in the middle. He's in the middle of the interview. Yo, stop what you're saying right now. What's your Instagram?
All right, so my Instagram is _iflow, FLOE. All right, so I just released a project. It's called I'm Here to Stay. It's on every major platform. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all of that. YouTube, if you want to look it up. And I have another project that I dropped way before. It was last year. It was called Smoking the Pain Away. That one was more like I want to say R&B type, but it was more like me and my feelings. So yeah, but this one, the I'm Here to Stay, was just me showing people how, you know, versatile and different flows and how you could combine like the bars with melodies and all that stuff, and just listen to it. Like, I promise you probably like you'll catch some lines in there here and there. I'm not like a bar for bar spitter, but I like bars, you know.
Okay, that's dope.
So.
Lady Fly, what can we expect besides you chopping guys up in the video and everything you're doing?
Side note, I'm a good actor if you need somebody. Yeah, signed up my baby dad for some funny skit in my latest visual. It's a fuckboy whore. But in
That's the name of the song.
yeah,
It's weird,
yeah. But you know what? Like, it resonates with people.
In the way
That's
and you say it
heartbreak,
with
you
mad
know?
feeling.
Yeah,
Like, yo,
it is what
she
it is.
going in.
It is what it is, you know? But yeah, I just released, it's called Metanoia. My EP got 6 songs on it. I think, you know, there's a sound for everybody. You can check me out, Lady Fly, LAYDEE Fly. I got 2 visuals out from songs that are on that EP, and I have another EP coming out next month. So super excited, always working on something. So
Let me just I gotta say this, man.
what's that?
The title of that song is crazy. I can't imagine me walking into Sylvia Rome's office saying, Sylvia, I got this joint right here. You gotta hear it. And she say, what's the name of it? That's the name of it. She's kicking me out right now. She's never gonna talk to me
I
again.
get the giggles every
She's
time.
never
I
gonna talk to me again.
seriously say
It's a
it.
different climate. It's different. It's weird now.
It's
Yeah.
different now.
Yeah, it's different.
You can say that now, I feel
Yeah.
like.
I always have to pause before I say it because like, I get the giggles really bad. So it's
That's
pretty funny.
that's a situation that, you know, she gotta have so many followers and so many views and so many downloads for somebody to walk that into to the office, to the boss, and be like, yo, you gotta get with this. Well, that way it's an offer they can't refuse. But just walking in on a muscle like that, your credibility's on the lines. Like, what?
You definitely stand out,
What?
though, you know.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, what's up?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Got it, man. I got a song Life on Shady 45. It's in full rotation, thanks to you. Couple projects on the way. Bazaar's full album. It should be dropping, I'm hoping, in about a month. Got a crazy track on it called Leatherface. It's Bazaar, King Gordy, Hobson, and myself. Got another project with Bazaar. It's kind of under wraps. It's an official Eminem song re-release of Trife Thieves. My verse is done. I just shipped that back to them. Hopefully that's coming up soon. And then my full LP debut is called All Hail King Gale. Should be coming, I'm hoping, the very beginning of 2020. And you can check me out on all platforms. It's Chuck E. Cheese Official for Instagram. And if you're checking me out on YouTube or Spotify or Apple or any of that, it's Chuck E. Cheese spelled with a $sign.
All right.
Okay, so
I laughed too the first time I heard it. I'm not gonna lie. When I first, I'm like, Chuck E. Cheese, what's going on? Lord C, like, yo, what is this?
And one more thing I gotta say, we got another thing under wraps, as you know.
Yeah.
Lord Sear just sent me a beat. He's on a producer track for me. I'm right there. We're just about finished. I'm gonna come on hopefully soon. We'll debut that, so you guys stay tuned.
Yeah.
That
Lord Sid text me because he's a funny guy. You guys didn't get to see it today because he was drunk, but he's hilarious. And and I have to send the names in of like who I'm bringing. Like, and I sent Chuck E. Cheese and the big boss text me like, yo, is this a serious thing? Like,
Listen,
I'm like, yo, this is real. His name is Chuck E. Cheese. I sent the Instagram. It's Chuck E. Cheese. I couldn't believe it. All right. NB Projects, talk to me. What's up?
My project, I want to release it in like a couple months, but I just want to do final touches on it. It's going to be called Masterpiece, but it's spelled like master and then piece, like P-E-A-C-E.
Oh, like actual piece.
Yeah, like to like master my piece.
It's like a self of mind, like type of like
Yeah, it's like how I coped with like whatever I was going through, like in relationships and whatever.
Okay.
So it's like, I feel like I placed it so far in the order of a book, like I was telling you.
Oh.
So it's like happy, like I'm getting sad, and then like fuck you.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Right?
That's great.
Yeah.
Little Belly. I know you high. I know you high. You had a great day today. You should be the one smiling the most. You had a great day today. Okay? Projects, Shake 45, Sunday. You on there?
Yeah, definitely.
On the Instagram. That's a big thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Radio stations do not post artists.
At all.
And I get artists posted every Sunday.
That's awesome.
Okay?
Oh, it's posting Sunday?
Oh, I posted myself.
Wow.
This is how much I've moved up in the world. All right? That's another conversation. I posted myself, okay? Instagram, project, you got a lot going on. Studio in Manhattan. Talk about it.
The project just dropped called As a Man. You know, my whole thing right now is just speaking to the younger kids that's coming up. You know, that's who I really want to cater to, and that's who I feel like my message is for, because that's who the future is. You know, another 15, 20 years from now, that's who's going to be dictating what we're doing. So I feel like, you know, that's who I got to speak to. So As a Man just came out maybe like a month and a half ago. I'm working on another project. You know, I'm just grinding. The next project is going to be called Live Your Truth. You know, so I just, you know, everything in my music, I want it to be a message. I want it to, you know, be saying something. I don't just want to come out here and be like, you know, just like all these other niggas that just, you know, come by night, they fly by night, they out of here, you know. So I want to come and actually say something and actually contribute to, you know, the growth of, you know, the future, you know. And that's how I be thinking about it. Lyrivelli at everything you can find at Lyrivelli.com, Lyrivelli. Y'all already know. Let's get it.
Uptown Rax, what's up? How we feeling? When you're not trapping, where they find you at? When you're not in the woods trapping the bears, where they find you at?
At Uptown Rax, RACCZ, man. My music is under construction.
Yo, he just talked bad shit the whole show. And then look what he said at the end.
Because you know, if they pull up, we pull out.
That's a fact. And you know me, I'm the Imphamus Amadeuez, man. You know what's up, Imphamus Hour every Friday. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I'm going to Cuba.
What?
I'm going to Cuba. I'm going to Miami, and I'm taking my whole family.
Wow.
I'm taking my mom. I was going to take the dog, but I couldn't get the dog over there. But I'm taking everybody, the kids, my mom. I'm leaving next Saturday, so I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I'll be back, okay? But, you know, Shade 45, same thing. I'm there Thursdays. I am live on the radio, so if you guys don't have it in your car, you need to get it right now, okay? And shout out to everyone who supports the Wave, the Imphamus Hour, the new platform for the unsigned artists. This is what we're going to do here. We're going to support the unsigned artists as we do and keep it floating. And then we got the iHeartRadio situation. September 1st is going down. It's going down. Shout out my guy Terry. He's there. We're making big moves. Shout out Ralph for bringing me here. Shout out the turtle that died in my yard today. I came home, there was a turtle dead. I'm like, what am I gonna do with him? and I had my kids do.
Should have made soup.
No, I had my kids do. That's too far. I had my kids do rock, paper, scissors, and whoever lost had to get the turtle out. And then I got like a beaver that lives like in front of my house. That's a whole other story. All right, listen, Imphamus Hour, Genesis Radio. Listen, if you want to tune into the Imphamus Hour, you ever want to call it, it's 1-888-304-4401. You lazy fucks were outside. You were playing today, so fuck you, but it's okay. We're gonna right? Imphamus Amadeuez. We're gonna go out with that London song that Rel never heard. I'm gonna play it right now. I'm gonna play it for me. I got you. London, Young Thug. You hear me? Young Thug spitting some bars for a change. There's Imphamus Hour. Make sure you tune in every Friday, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Okay? Imphamus Amadeuez. I'm gone. God damn. 2 hours of talking.
Ooh, that went by so fast.
That shit hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit dumb hard. You have to watch. You're like, oh, the fuck.
Thank you, man.
Shit. God damn.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Let's take
I was getting my heart was
Right,
I thought I was getting ready to get down. I thought you were gonna give me a beat.